MGTOW money. This is Canadian MGTOW, having fun, and not giving a shit. Today's MGTOW money video is part 1 of an executive summary of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Who is Napoleon Hill? At the turn of the 20th century, Andrew Carnegie was one of the wealthiest men the world has ever seen. In today's dollars, Carnegie would have been worth a whopping $310 billion. In an effort to document the elements of his success, Carnegie solicited the help from an ambitious journalist, Napoleon Hill. Carnegie promised to open the doors to America's 500 wealthiest people. Hill was up for the challenge, and he actually spent 20 years of his life conducting the research. In the end, Hill's research was simplified to the 250-page book we have today, Think and Grow Rich. This book has gone on to be the #1 selling success book ever written. Chapter 1. The Power of Thought. In this section, Napoleon Hill talks about how your thoughts can truly help you achieve whatever you want. He describes the story of Edwin Barnes, a man who had an immense desire to partner with Thomas Edison and just work under him. Of course, he faced many obstacles in his path. Although he didn't even know Edison in person and lacked resources and money to meet Edison in New Jersey, he never gave up. After he conquered all hurdles, he finally met Edison and went to become a rich, successful man and became the major distributor of Edison's dictating machine. Hill also stresses on the importance of learning through failures by sharing the story of Mr. Darby, who quit because he failed to mine gold. Darby was convinced that he could make money, and though he struck gold, he realized that it had simply vanished. After several unsuccessful attempts, he finally gave up and sold all his equipment to a man who collected junk. Unfortunately for Darby, the man he sold the equipment to found gold only after digging about 3 feet more into the ground. Many people taste failure because they quit as soon as they experience temporary defeats. Since we are all guilty of this at one time or another, it's imperative to understand that one should be determined and try harder, no matter how many times he experiences adversities. Chapter 2. Desire, the starting point of all achievement. According to Hill, one can attain absolutely anything if he has a burning desire. Desire isn't merely a wish or a hope, but it's definite and insatiable. In order to amass wealth or anything else an individual needs, he needs to follow these 6 steps. Determine the exact amount of money you need. Figure how much you offer in return for the amount you desire. Determine an exact date to own the money. Work on a plan to help you carry out your desire and start immediately by acting on your plan. Put into writing these desires and the timeline. Read the statement you've written aloud every day because it automatically makes you believe that you're in possession of that money already. Hill emphasizes the fact that it's not an option to quit while describing Thomas Edison's 10,000 failed attempts when he was creating the light bulb. Even extraordinary, brilliant individuals such as Edison, Henry Ford, Helen Keller and Abraham Lincoln had to face unbelievable adversities during their time, so failure should be treated as the seed that invites success. Chapter 3. Faith, visualizing and believing in the attainment of desire. Hill discusses true stories of many people who have been successful due to their unshakable faith, while he also admits that it might seem onerous to believe and be faithful when everything's falling apart around you. He states that faith is absolutely essential to achieve success. In order to build faith, you need to believe in yourself and be persistent to attain your goals. You can also spend at least 30 minutes on your thoughts every day to inch closer to success because your positive thoughts are extremely powerful and can influence you to tread in the right direction. In addition, one needs to also write down their goals and purpose in life while utilizing autosuggestion for at least 10 minutes to strengthen self-confidence. Ultimately, Hill teaches that it's crucial to think and believe that you can. If you think you're beaten, you've lost already. And similarly, if you want to accomplish anything, no matter what it is, you need to have faith and realize that you can do it. Of course, in a race, it's quite possible for the faster and stronger man to outdo everyone, but a man who has the will and thinks that he can win, will win. Chapter 4: Autosuggestion, the medium for influencing the subconscious mind. Now that you've written down a statement and are working on a plan to achieve the money you need, you simply need to train your subconscious to attain success. Autosuggestion is simply a way of teaching yourself to believe that you are going to make it. In order to instruct yourself, sit in a peaceful area and read your statement while visualizing and believing that you're already in possession of that money. Mere plain words won't help you. However, if you reach your own subconscious by channeling your thoughts, success won't be such an enigma anymore. Autosuggestion not only helps you take steps towards victory, but it also creates an unfaltering faith in you that will only steer you in the right direction. Think of it in terms of driving a car. Since you've trained your mind and body to act appropriately, driving a car becomes second nature to you. Similarly, if you convince yourself through autosuggestion, which is the third step to attain success, you will gain desirable outcomes effortlessly. Chapter 5: Specialized Knowledge, Personal Experiences or Observations. We all know that knowledge is power, and Hill drives the point home by stating that in order to thrive, one must use his specialized knowledge, the fourth step, to become extraordinarily successful. In his own style, Hill distinguishes between education and knowledge and asserts that both the components attract money. For instance, professors and teachers are highly knowledgeable, yet some struggle with their finances. Why? Well, knowledge will fail to pull in money if it isn't organized and tested with practical plans. The application of knowledge for the benefit of society is what is important. Furthermore, Hill declares that the education system fails consistently since it doesn't instruct students on how they can organize and utilize the wealth of information they learn. Education, in effect, could offer knowledge to you, but if you don't have the ability to discover answers, then it's simply worthless. We all attempt to make money in different arenas, but specialized knowledge is all about gaining mastery over several aspects of your field by employing your knowledge to earn money. In order to do that, you can always seek knowledge through public libraries, training courses, universities, colleges and practical experiences. Chapter 6: Imagination, the Workshop of the Mind. Decades ago, a clerk in a drugstore used all his life savings of $500 to buy an old kettle and a wooden spoon. The doctor who sold it to him was confident that its secret ingredients could help millions of people. Upon writing the ingredients on a scrap of paper, the old doctor went on his merry way, leaving the clerk to do anything he pleased with it. However, the clerk was no fool. In fact, he hadn't really purchased the kettle for $500, but what he had bought was an idea, and once he mixed his own secret ingredient, a powerful imagination, he created Coca-Cola. For years, Coca-Cola has created thousands of opportunities for people all over the world, but it's astounding to know that it was created with just an idea. Jack Handler used his imagination to create something that has helped millions of people. Needless to say, imagination is the fifth step towards success, and it has two types: creative and synthetic imagination. While synthetic imagination has its boundaries, creative imagination is limitless, thereby offering you the opportunity to create something you hadn't imagined in your wildest dreams. Chapter 7: Organized Planning, the Crystallization of Desire into Action. We learned that our knowledge can be organized and used to gain riches. In this section, Hill talks about how one can achieve heights with a simple tool, organized planning, which is the sixth step to attain wealth. He outlines 4 steps that can be employed to construct practical plans that will help you accomplish anything, even if it seems impossible. Associate yourself with other people to create a direction and put your plans into action. Before you begin forming alliances with this group of people you need, known as the mastermind group, you need to determine what you can offer in return for their unfaltering cooperation. Make sure you meet your group at least twice every week to tweak your plans until you've perfected them. Always maintain flawless harmony with your group since plans fail when they are put to test without harmony. Once you have your mastermind group, it's apodictic that you're treading on the right path, but remember that you need to adjust and adapt to changes if your plans fail because failure, as mentioned earlier, is just temporary defeat. Don't get bogged down with your temporary defeats because they are just that, temporary. Chapter 8, Decision, the Mastery of Procrastination. In this section, Hill discusses the importance of avoiding procrastination and making critical decisions. According to Hill, the primary reason for failure among most people is procrastination. In order to be successful, it's highly crucial that you take action immediately, rather than procrastinating and speculating about it to no end. For instance, Henry Ford was known to make quick decisions, and once he made them he changed them very slowly and deliberately. He was recognized as an obstinate person who manufactured the Model T. Although customers and advisors felt that the car was ugly, Henry didn't sway from his decision, thereby making huge amounts of money in the process. Furthermore, Hill states that the people who think too much and waste time before making important decisions and rely upon the judgments or opinions of others rarely succeed. If you're easily influenced by others, it means that you don't have a burning desire. Use your own thoughts, brain, body, mind and soul to make your decisions and stand up to it. Your decision, the 7th step that could take you towards riches, is highly important. Chapter 9 to 16 will be presented in part 2 of this video. This is a financial journey. Travel light. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, rate and subscribe. Thank you. This is Canadian MGTOW, signing off. Save yourself. Go MGTOW.